If you are over 60, you may have noticed that your steps do not feel as steady as they once did. Maybe you grip the handrail a little tighter on the stairs. Maybe you pause for just a second longer before stepping off a curb. Some of you may even remember a near fall. That moment your heart raced and you thought, what if I had actually gone down? It is natural to think this is just aging, that balance simply fades with time. But that is not the whole truth. What really happens is that the systems protecting your balance, the inner ear, the eyes, and the tiny sensors in your joints, grow quiet. They stop sending clear signals to your brain the way they once did. Think back to years ago, when crossing uneven ground, turning quickly, or climbing stairs felt effortless. Back then, your body and your brain were in constant conversation. Now that conversation has slowed, and with it, your confidence has faded too. But here is the good news. You can turn that conversation back on. You can retrain those systems, and it does not take a gym, heavy weights, or complicated routines. All it takes are small, simple movements that remind your body how to respond again. That is what today is about. 6 balance exercises, each one safe, practical, and easy to do right at home. Movements that wake up your body, strengthen weak knees, and protect you from falls. And as you will see, these are not just exercises. They are reminders to your body and your brain that you are still steady, still strong, and still capable of moving with confidence. Let's begin with a movement that looks simple, but carries surprising power. It is called the heel-to-toe walk. You can picture it now. One foot placed directly in front of the other, heel touching toe, almost like walking across a tightrope. At first, the steps may look a little shaky. The knees hesitate, the body wobbles, and it feels uncertain. But that little wobble is not failure. It is your body learning again. Every careful step forces the feet and ankles to stabilize. The core quietly switches on. The spine straightens without effort, and those tiny sensors in your joints, the ones that tell your brain where you are, suddenly spark back to life. It is like your body whispering, "Yes, I still remember how to do this." Think about the everyday moments when this matters. Crossing a cracked sidewalk, stepping off a bus, or climbing stairs. Each of those movements depends on your ability to place one foot directly in front of the other with precision. This little practice is how you bring that precision back. When you try it, start slow. Walk a short line, maybe 10 or 15 steps. Then rest. Even a minute a day is enough to retrain your steps. And it helps to practice near a wall or countertop, so you can reach out if you feel unsteady. Keep your eyes forward, not down at your feet, and breathe steadily as you move. Over time, those first shaky steps begin to smooth out. Your knees feel steadier, your posture taller, and your confidence stronger with every stride. It may look like nothing more than walking, but in truth, this is the very first step to rebuilding your balance from the ground up. After sharpening your steps with the heel-to-toe walk, let's make things more dynamic by adding movement to the head. This one is called walking with head turns. Picture yourself walking slowly across the room. As you take each step, your head gently turns side to side, first looking left, then right, while your body continues moving forward. At first, it may feel unusual, as if your brain wants you to stop walking when your head moves. But that small challenge is exactly what makes the exercise powerful. Every time you turn your head while walking, the balance system in your inner ear must work harder. It sends fresh signals to your brain, reminding it how to stay steady even when your eyes and head are moving in different directions. This is the same coordination you need when crossing a busy street, scanning for traffic, or greeting a friend while continuing to walk. At the beginning, keep your steps slow and deliberate. Practice in a safe space, like a hallway or near a countertop, so you can steady yourself if needed. Start with 10 to 15 seconds of walking with gentle turns, and as your comfort grows, stretch it to 30. Keep your eyes soft and relaxed, breathing evenly as you go. With practice, those first uncertain steps become smoother. Your brain learns to trust the signals, your body grows calmer in motion, and you feel safer and more confident with every stride. This is not just walking, it is training your balance to stay steady in the real world, where life never stops moving. Now that your steps feel sharper and your head turns more secure, let's test the strength of a single leg. This one is called the single leg hold. It looks simple, standing tall and gently lifting one foot a few inches off the ground. But the moment you try it, you realize how much is happening. Your ankle works harder, your knee adjusts, your hip engages, and your core tightens all at once. Your entire body is coordinating to keep you steady on just one side. This matters more than most people realize. Every step you take in daily life is really a moment on one leg. Think about stepping off a curb, climbing a stair, or catching yourself after stumbling. For a brief second, all your weight is on one leg. If that leg is trained, you recover. If it is not, the fall happens. At first, you may wobble, and that is perfectly normal. Stand near a wall or a sturdy chair so you can steady yourself if you need to. Start by holding the lift for about 10 seconds on each leg. As your balance improves, stretch it to 20, even 30. Keep your eyes forward, breathe slowly. And if your foot touches down sooner than you planned, just lift it again. Each reset is part of the learning. With time, this simple hold sharpens your nervous system, strengthens the stabilizing muscles, and teaches your body to trust itself again. What begins as a shaky test soon becomes a steady reminder. Yes, I can stand tall, even on one leg. And that confidence carries with you into every step, every climb, every turn, making daily movement safer and steadier than before. After standing tall on one leg, let's bring the body into motion. This next one is called the side-to-side rock with a pause. Imagine standing with your feet a little wider than your shoulders. Slowly, your weight shifts from the left side to the right, then back again. It feels almost like a gentle sway, but with each shift, your body is learning something vital, how to stay steady while moving, not just while standing still. This kind of side-to-side motion shows up everywhere in daily life. Think about stepping around someone in a crowded hallway, moving sideways in the kitchen, or catching yourself when you misstep on uneven ground. Your body needs to know how to control those quick changes, and this practice gives it exactly that. At first, the sway may feel uncertain. Your knees might bend awkwardly, or you may lean too far. That is perfectly fine. Keep a chair or countertop nearby for safety. The trick is to move slowly and pause briefly at each side, giving your body time to register the shift. Try 30 seconds at a time, letting your breath flow naturally with the movement. Inhale as you shift one way, exhale as you move back. Over time, these gentle rocks teach your body to adapt. The ankles and hips grow more responsive. The core learns to tighten at the right moment, and your reflexes sharpen. What begins as a simple sway soon feels like a quiet rhythm of stability. This is not just rocking side to side. It is retraining your body to handle the real-life moments when balance is tested in motion. And with each pause, you are reminding yourself, yes, I can shift, I can move, and I can stay steady. After swaying side to side, let's bring the focus down to your feet, the very foundation of balance. This next one is called the heel raise. You can imagine it easily. Standing tall, slowly lifting your heels so that you rise onto the balls of your feet, then lowering back down. At first, the movement may feel shaky, as if the ground is further away than you expected. But that gentle lift is what strengthens the calves, ankles, and arches, the small but powerful muscles that keep you steady every time you stand or take a step. Think about how often you need this in daily life. Reaching for a shelf, stepping up onto a bus, climbing stairs. Each moment depends on your ability to lift and control your heels. This little motion, repeated with care, gives you back that strength. When you start, it helps to stand near a wall or countertop. Keep a hand close, not because you are weak, but because it allows your body to relax and focus on the movement. Try lifting slowly for 10 to 15 repetitions, resting if you need to. Over time, you can add more, but even a few lifts each day make a difference. Breathe naturally as you rise and lower. Do not rush. The slower you move, the more your body learns to control the shift in weight. And if your heels do not lift high at first, that is perfectly fine. The practice itself is what trains your balance. With every rise, you are reminding your body that it can push upward with strength. And with every return to the ground, you are teaching it to land with control. What begins as a small up and down motion becomes a powerful message. I can stand tall, and I can return steady. And now, to complete the circle, let us flip the motion you just practiced. Instead of rising onto your toes, this time we lift the front of the foot. This one is called the toe raise. You can picture it. Standing tall, heels grounded, slowly lifting your toes toward the ceiling while your weight stays steady on your heels. At first it feels a little unusual, almost backwards, as if your body is not used to moving this way. But that is exactly why it matters. Toe raises wake up the muscles along the front of your shins, the very ones that keep your toes from catching the ground when you walk. Think about those moments when you shuffle across the floor, or when your foot clips a rug or curb. That stumble usually happens because the muscles in the front of the leg have gone quiet. Strengthening them with this small lift makes your steps lighter, quicker, and safer. In the beginning, keep a hand near a wall or countertop for balance. Lift slowly, lower slowly, and breathe steadily. Aim for 10 to 15 repetitions, resting as needed. Even if your toes do not lift very high at first, that is perfectly fine. The repetition itself is what rebuilds the reflex. Over time, you can increase to 20 or more, letting the front of your legs grow stronger with every set. With each lift, you are teaching your feet to clear the ground more easily, and with each controlled return, you are reminding your body how to step with precision. What seems like a small movement carries a big promise. Fewer stumbles, steadier walks, and a renewed confidence in every stride. So, there you have it. 6 simple movements, each one waking up a different piece of your balance. From steady steps with the heel-to-toe walk, to calming your head turns, to standing tall on one leg, to shifting side to side, and finally, strengthening both the back and front of your legs with heel raises and toe raises. Together, they rebuild the foundation that keeps you steady every day. And the best part? It does not take hours. Just a few minutes a day can sharpen your steps, steady your knees, and bring back the quiet confidence that lets you move without fear. What begins as shaky practice soon turns into smoother, safer, more natural motion. Remember, a little wobble is not failure, it is progress. That wobble means your body is learning again, reconnecting the signals that time had allowed to fade. So give these exercises a try. Let them remind you that you are still steady, still strong, and still capable of moving with confidence. If this video gave you hope or clarity, drop a comment below and write, "Balance back." And if you want more simple, safe strategies to stay mobile, independent, and confident after 60, make sure to subscribe and join me in the next video. Because balance is not just about staying on your feet. It is about staying in control of your life. And that is something worth protecting every single day.